Hello dear students, once again I welcome all the standard 7 students on this online classes. So last class we have discussed about weight and the unit of weights and the formula to calculate the weight and how it is differ from mass also we have discussed. Okay, and I hope all of you have understood that one properly. Today we will be going to discuss about measurement of weight, okay, and the instrument which is used to measure the weight and the gravity, the term gravity, what is the meaning of gravity, at the same time acceleration due to gravity also we will discuss, and the difference between weight and mass also we will be going to discuss. So without delaying, let's get started this one. Measurement of weight. The weight of a body is usually measured by spring balance. So spring balance is the instrument by the help of which we can measure the weight of a given body. Okay, but to measure the mass we were using beam balance. So here spring balance we are using to measure the weight. Okay, then a spring balance consists of a spring inside a metallic case. One metallic case will be there, and inside that metallic case one spring will be there, okay, with a scale marked in gram force or kilogram, and one scale will be there which is marked by different numbers, okay, in gram force or kilogram force. Okay, that figure of that spring balance is also given in your book, that one I will show you. Okay, the spring is fixed with a pointer at the upper part and a hook at its lower end. That spring is fixed at the upper part, and the lower part one hook will be there where we can hang any object which we want to measure the weight. Okay, so the object whose weight is to be measured is hung with the hook. As the object is hung, it exerts a downward force on the spring, obviously, because you know that one, each and every object is attracted towards the center of the earth because of the gravitational force of attraction. So obviously whatever the object we try to hang that one on the hook, so a downward force will be exerted on the spring. Yes, as a result the spring get stressed, and the reading on the scale is the weight of the object. So in that way we can calculate the weight of the object by the help of a spring balance. Okay, so spring balance, this one, a spring balance works on the principles that the stretching of a spring increases uniformly with the weight pulling it. Because of the weight of the body, it always try to pull that spring in downward direction. So how much it is pulled, accordingly that pointer will be there which will be indicating. Okay, that scale will be there and one pointer will be there, and that pointer will be indicating the value of weight. Okay, so more weight stretches the spring more. If more weight is there, then it will stretch the spring more. The mass of a body cannot be zero. See, but weight may be zero when there is no force of gravity acting on the body. Especially the weight is zero in the space only, because there is no gravitational force of attraction. But mass cannot be zero. Mass is a physical quantity which is the amount of matter content in it, but the weight is the amount of force required by the earth to attract an object towards its center. Okay, so here in figure 2.32 it is given weight of an object on the earth and weight of the moon and on the moon using a spring balance. So here you can see that one, the value of G, it is given 9.8 Newton per kilogram on the earth's surface, and the value of G is 1.6 Newton per kilogram on the moon surface. Okay, so it is varies. The weight of one object will be varies from place to place because of the difference in the gravitational force of attraction. So the mass of a body cannot be zero, whereas its weights may be zero when there is no force of gravity acting on the body. If there is no force acting on the body, then obviously the weight of the body will be 0. Yes. So I hope all of you have understood this one. Yes. Then this one is the figure which is indicating the spring balance. One pointer is there, you can see that one, it is indicated 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, it is given also. Yes, and that one is the scale, and one hook will be there, that object will be hung on the hook. Okay, so this one is the figure of spring balance. So I hope all of you have understood this one properly. Then more to know. Do you know why that earth is revolving around the sun? Or we can say that one, all the planets are revolving around the sun. What is the reason behind that? Because of the gravitations only it is happened. So the sun is much more bigger than the earth, and its gravitational field is also very strong, that it affects the earth and other planets also. Although the sun is far away, but it makes the earth revolve in an orbit around it. Not only the earth, but other planets are also revolving around the sun because of the gravitational force of attraction of the sun on other planets. It also helps to cause the tides in the seas or oceans also. Because of the gravitational force of attraction, the tides in the sea or oceans happen. Okay, so I hope all of you have understood that one. So change in value of weight due to change in acceleration due to gravity. So we have seen that one, the acceleration due to gravity on the earth surface is something, and the acceleration due to gravity on the moon surface is also different thing. Yes, as the value of g varies from place to place, there is a small variation in the value of weight. Because of the variation in the g is different, because W is equal to m into g only, mass into gravity. Yes or no? So in that way we can calculate the weight. So the value of g varies from place to place. Because of weight, that weight also varies from place to place. So for example, it is given here, the value of g is different as we move from Chandigarh to Delhi or Chennai to Kolkata. On the surface of earth, value of g is maximum at poles and minimum at equator. The value of g at poles is 9.83 meter per second square, and at equator it is 9.78 meter per second square. See the differences in the value of g, because you know that one, earth is not a perfectly spherical shape, it is like an orange shape. Because of that reason only, the value of g also varies from place to place. Accordingly, that weight of an object also varies from place to place. Moreover, there is variation in the value of acceleration due to gravity g if we go above or below the surface of earth, due to which the weight of the body gets reduced. If we are going in upward directions or higher, at that time the value of g also decreases. Accordingly, the weight of the object also decreases. So if we go to Mussoorie, the value of g is less than the surface of the earth. So because of which the weight will be also reduced. So change in weight due to the change in g, acceleration due to gravity, on other planets and satellites. As the value of g depends on mass and radius of planet or satellite, detail to be stretched in higher classes, that means about this one you will read in standard 10. Okay, so the value of weight on the moon is 1/6 of that on the earth, as the value of g on moon is 9.8 divided by 6 is equal to 1.63 meter per second square, but on the earth surface 9.8 meter per second square, and on the moon surface 1/6 of the value of g on the earth, that is 9.8 divided by 6 is equal to 1.63 meter per second square. Similarly, the value of g is different on different planets, thereby causing the variation in weight of a body. So in different planets the value of g is different, accordingly the weight will be also different. But it should be clearly noted that the mass of a body remains constant in the whole universe. So wherever we will go, the mass of the body remain constant. but the value of weight will be changing continuously. Yes, so I hope all of you have understood. So now we will be going to discuss about the differences between mass and weight. Okay, mass and weight. So the first one, mass, it is the quantity of matter contained in a body. How much amount of matter contained in a body is called as mass. Then weight, it is the force, the amount of force required with which a body is pulled towards the center of the earth is called as weight. Mass, it is the constant quantity throughout the universe, but the weight, it varies from place to place. Then mass, it is measured by a beam balance, and weight is measured by a spring balance. Then mass, the SI unit of mass is kilogram, but the SI unit of weight is Newton, which is same as that of the unit of force also. So up to this much I think all of you have understood. Again you must go through your book. Next class we will be discussing about the question answer which is given in your section exercise. Okay, thank you.